on my Touch Glorious face primer. This video is going to be a little bit longer, but I really wanted to feature two different things. The first one is yesterday I did this combination with my face makeup, and I was really impressed because I didn't experience any kind of oiliness looking or shininess after doing this. So I wanted to share it with you. The first step always is to use a face primer. I specifically used the Touch Glorious face primer yesterday. It is our original face primer. It's absolutely amazing. It is currently sold out right now, but I wanted to let you know that as part of the June beauty box, you actually get the mattifying face primer in the June beauty box. In the June beauty box, you get 17 full-size products, including this face primer, for $99. It's such an awesome deal. So anyway, I used the Glorious face primer, and then I'm going to go in with my eye primer. Why do we use primer? It's so important because for your eyes, what this does, and you just need a small amount, that's actually a little bit too much. It prevents your pigments from creasing. It holds them in place all day long. It allows those colors that you're going to use to really pop. For your face, it's going to fill in your fine lines and wrinkles, and it's going to hold it in place all day long. Very similar to the eye primer. The key is long wearing, right? And when you think about your walls, whenever you paint your walls, you're going to use a primer. If you don't, you're going to have to use more paint. That paint's going to seep into the wall. You're going to see all the pores. When you use primer, it doesn't do that. So it's the same kind of concept with your face. Now, the next thing that I did is I actually used our spray foundation in the shade Taffeta. You want to make sure that you shake it up really, really well. Sorry, I should have done this before. Normally I do. You shake it up really, really well. And then what I did, because this is not exactly my summer shade, the spray foundation currently is available in some shades, but not all. It's coming back at the end of the month. So if you want to get on my pre-order list, just say chat in the comments, and what I'll do is I will message you the details to get on my pre-order list. So I sprayed just a little bit on my Kabuki brush, and then I blended that in all over my face. And again, it's not horrible looking by any means, but the reason why I sprayed it on my brush is because I just wanted a little bit of coverage. The spray foundation is definitely buildable coverage, but when you spray it directly on your face, you're going to get more of a full coverage result. I wanted yesterday just a little bit of light coverage, okay? So this is the spray foundation in the shade Taffeta. And again, the spray foundation is back in the majority of shades June 25th. So if you want to be on my pre-order list, just say chat in the comments and I can help you with that. Essentially, my pre-order list, what that means is I stand in line for you to grab that as soon as it becomes available, because our spray foundation, you all, has sold out like 3 or 4 times. It's insane. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap the bottom of my loose powder. This is the loose powder in Jacquard. I actually just ordered this in the pressed powder as well. For me, I've decided I don't necessarily like loose powder because it goes everywhere, but there's a little sifter there. And then what you can do is you can tap your brush. I'm using the powder concealer brush, and I'm going to just dust this on top of that. I like to use a powder, especially in the summer. 1, it gives you a little bit more coverage, but then also 2, it absorbs any oils that your skin produces throughout the day. My tip when you're wearing powder is to avoid putting a whole lot underneath your eyes where you're typically going to have some really fine lines, because it will age you. I haven't really experienced that with the Younique product. I've experienced that more with drugstore foundation. So just be careful of that. And again, I'm just taking this, putting a little bit on my brush, tapping off the excess, and then dusting this all over my face. Again, that gives me a little bit more coverage, and this is more true to my summer shade, that loose powder in Jacquard. All right, so then the next thing I would recommend for your face is to use a setting powder. Again, whenever you use powders, it's going to absorb the oils that your skin produces throughout the day. Those oils can cause your makeup to break down. We don't want that to happen, right? The thing about it, I love our translucent setting powder, and so does everyone else. So it is currently sold out. And if you want to get on my pre-order list for whenever this comes back, just say chat in the comments and I will message you the details. It's a couple months out. So I'm going to show you the alternative that I used yesterday. This is a drugstore alternative. It is the Coty Airspun loose powder, Coty. And you can see it's a pretty big container. I actually got this at Walmart. I will tell you this, same thing, you want to tap the bottom to loosen it up. This smells a little bit like an old lady. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe this is what our grandmas have been wearing for a really long time. I'm just not super, it's a very like perfumey floral smell. And then the other thing is I found that it does kind of lighten my color. So it doesn't work as well as my translucent setting powder, but it is a good alternative as we wait for the Younique translucent setting powder to come back, okay? So again, I'm just taking that and I'm dusting it all over my face, because what it's going to do is as my face produces oils throughout the day, it's going to absorb them. So this is essentially the foundation routine that I wore yesterday and I didn't have any shine or anything. I was really, really impressed. So again, starting out with my Touch Glorious Face Primer, going in with a little bit of spray foundation and taffeta, loose powder and jacquard to get a little bit additional coverage, and then finishing off with a setting powder. That gave me the coverage I was going for, and I didn't really experience any shine after wearing that for like 4 hours, okay? Hey, Jody, thanks for jumping on. Okay, so now let's go into eyes. I'm going to be using the June Kudos today. Essentially, you get to pick any 2 shadows, mascara, eye brush, and eyeliner. That is the June Kudos, and these are the shadows that I'm using today. The top one is Pessimistic. It's hard to tell here in the picture, but it's like a light gray color. And then this one here is Crafty. It's like a really pretty purple color. My friend Patty, my Yesty Patty, this morning, I was watching her live, and she inspired this look today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my not brand new. I washed my brushes yesterday. My son helped me. It was so exciting. He was like, Mommy, can I help you wash your brushes? And I'm like, yeah, sure, of course. All right, hold on. Let me turn that ticker across the bottom. Gets a little distracting. So he helped me wash the brushes yesterday. He did such a good job. All right, so I'm going to go in with that Pessimistic, and I'm going to use that liner shader brush, and I'm going to take that all over the lid, okay? So I just like to smear this all over the lid. And again, because I use that eye primer, that gray is really standing out, okay? So again, just taking that all over the lid. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my blending brush. Again, this is what Patty did this morning, and I thought it was so pretty, so I wanted to create it. I'm going to take a little bit of that Crafty, that purple, on my blending brush, and I'm just going to dust that in the crease. All right, and just add a little bit of depth, a little bit of color to the crease with that purple. Okay, another thing that you can do if you want that purple to be even more so, I'm going to take the end. So if you notice, whenever I put the shadow on my lid, I put it on the side. This time I'm going to go in, I'm going to put the shadow on the end, and I'm going to really kind of focus that right above where my eye opens, because then that way you can see that purple, and bring it in a little bit. And then what I can do, see how that added even more depth in purple? Blend it out. When in doubt, blend it out. That's what I always say. When in doubt, blend it out. Okay, so again, this purple color is called Crafty, and the first thing that I did is I put a little bit of it onto the end of my blending brush, just kind of dusted that all windshield wiper motion in the crease there, and then to get a little bit more definition, I put a little bit of that onto the end of my liner shader brush and dusted that right above my pupil to get a little bit more depth there. And again, when in doubt, blend it out. When in doubt, blend it out. Isn't that so pretty? Then what I like to do, I always keep a little towel in my lap to kind of wipe off any loose pigment. I'm going to go back in with the side of the brush, just dust a little bit more of that gray on the lid, because I'm going to show you something here real quick. This just kind of cleans up the lines on the bottom side. And then again, blend it out. One of the things that you can do with this liner shader brush, and again, you get any brush this month, include it with the June Kudos. So if you're interested in that, just say Kudos in the comments. This is my drugstore, I don't like it, rose water that I keep. But anytime you get that brush wet, I'm going to go in with the liner side of the brush. Let me get my little handheld mirror here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Crafty, that purple again, and I'm going to use that to lightly line my eyes. And because I got the brush wet, it's going to be a little bit darker. When you use a powder to line your eyes, it is a little bit softer. I really like the look of it. It adds a little bit of framing to the eye. Thanks, Jody. I love the colors too. It adds a little bit of framing to the eye, but it's nothing crazy. It's very light and subtle. You could also take that purple. This is another thing I love to do. Take it on that end of the liner, the shader side of the liner shader brush, and dust that along the lower lash line. That kind of masks any fine lines that you have underneath your eye, but then it also, ooh, I poked my eye. It also pulls that eye look all together. Okay, so just dusting a little bit of that purple there. I have like a little bit of powder underneath my eye there. Let me dust that away. Okay, so one of my favorite tricks, y'all. I was looking at some things. Okay, first of all, can we just say I can't stand not having anything on my lips? What am I going to use that you all can actually buy right now? We have so many things not available. I'm going to go in with the Plush lip liner. We are retiring quite a few products, and Younique has plans for 15 new products to come out this year. So again, if you want to be the first to know, all you have to do is just say chat in the comments, and I will add you to my messenger chat where I tell you about what's retiring, what's coming out, the specials that are going on. This is the lip liner in Plush. Our lip liners are retiring. And let's go in with a little bit of lip powder on top of that. I'm going to use Casual. The lip powders are also retiring. Isn't that so pretty? Okay. There we go. I feel better now that I have my lips lined. Okay, so, if you got too much lipstick on, put your finger in your mouth. It will pull off any excess, and then when you smile, it's not on your teeth. To really brighten up the eyes and give the appearance of, oh my gosh, I'm so awake right now, line the waterline with a white liner. I remember I got my first white liner as part of my presenter's kit 5 years ago when I joined Younique, and I was like, what am I going to use this for? The white liner is great. You can actually put it along your brow bone and then smudge it out. That gives you the appearance of like a brow lift. Okay, let me go in on the other side there. Look at that. Gives you the appearance of a brow lift. Lower waterline that really brightens up the eyes. You can put it in the middle of your lips and it can give you more fuller lips. I'm going to go in now with my Epic Mascara. So again, as part of the June Kudos, you're going to get your choice of any liner, pencil or liquid. And then you're going to get your choice of any mascara. Oh, okay. So that pencil, let me show you what that was. I got to go on my handy dandy list here. Is it Pristine? Yes, Pristine. And now I'm going in with my Epic Mascara. You're going to get your choice of any mascara or 4D mascara. If you're like, you know what, I can't decide, then you know what? You need to get the June Beauty Box, you all, because in the June Beauty Box, you get 3 mascaras. You get all of them, black, brown, waterproof. And if you're like, you know what, I don't really need brown, like that's not a color that I wear. Guess what, you all? They make amazing gifts because did you know the vast majority of women, if they're going to wear any makeup whatsoever, they're going to wear mascara. So everyone loves to get a mascara as a gift. It's a little bit different. And then again, you also in the beauty box, you get the 4D mascara as well. So you literally get over $100 worth of mascara alone in the beauty box, plus 13 other products. Okay, so just going in with my Epic Mascara. The Epic Mascara does not have any fibers. It lengthens, curls, and volumizes your lashes. So again, I just wanted to put together this kind of purpley eye look. Thanks, Patty, for the inspiration. I appreciate you, friend. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.